Keep coming back to you. I keep coming back to you.
Hella Lord of the Rings. Shut up.
All right, so let's welcome back Gabe.
Thank you.
We miss Gabe. Tell us about New York. How was that?
My trips was awesome.
My
Trips.
How many trips
Plural.
did you take?
Quite a few. I went on journeys.
Like mentally you had
No,
trips,
no,
or
physically
like physically
we was
trips?
going different places. But my boy just got a new car, and I want to congratulate him. He just got 4th in sales in Omega watches. So the James Bond watch that they sell.
Wow.
Like he runs for them. So he got 4th in sales in the country or nation. Yeah.
Wow.
So as a gift, he got himself a Porsche Boxster S.
Sorry about that, guys.
And
Had to
whipping
raise
it.
my
Whipping
noble in
it.
my ear.
So and then he let me drive his Cadillac Escalade.
Oh, okay. I was
Nice.
about to say he let you try the new Porsche.
No, I wouldn't. It was wet and rainy out, and I was like, I'm pretty sure Ryan Dunn did some shit like this in Jersey. I don't wanna. Yeah, but so I let him drive. I was like, you're the
You're like,
professional.
I'll just ride with you.
Yeah,
You do that.
like Jesus, take the wheel.
Any new presents that you got?
I got one.
Presents.
Ooh,
I got the gin and juice recipe.
gin and juice recipe.
Gin and juice recipe.
There was
Brought
the
to you
actual.
by the Snoop Dogg himself, the OG cook.
Wow.
I don't know if it's in the frame, but like, wow. It's a very simple recipe.
Very simple.
Oh,
Oh, hold on.
oh, there's a whole
CVS
paragraph in
ingredients.
there. Though. It's a whole paragraph. It's
I
simple
think
though.
it's just gin and juice. Here it is, the OG gin and juice. Yeah, it's gin and orange juice. That's it.
Oh.
But it's
That's
simple.
it?
It's
Oh,
the
okay.
simplicity of this.
Yeah.
Makes it delicious.
And how much was that book?
I don't. It doesn't matter how much it is. Martha Stewart
It doesn't
Signs
matter
off.
means it was a lot.
She got recipes.
signs off on. I'm pretty sure this is all Snoop's recipes because the recipes in here are the spaghetti. You mix the sauce and the meat together in one pot.
Facts.
Oh, okay.
Hood.
That's definitely
Right.
not.
I got a bologna sandwich
But
recipe in here.
To be fair,
Ooh.
Martha
Yeah.
Stewart,
Sandwich
she's been
recipe.
hanging out with Snoop for a long time.
Oh,
She
yeah.
probably picked up, some good,
Yo.
some good
These-
habits in the cooking.
As much street cred that Martha Stewart have, I'll knock it down.
Bro, he has a hood. I'm not promoting this recipe book by no means because I don't want to get sued. But this book is lit.
No, we're promoting it.
No, we're just talking about what we like, what we got.
And like Frank's Red Hot, proper free
Wow.
chips, seasoning salt, Larry's,
Larry's.
popcorn and tuna fish, bro. He had the Pop Tarts,
Exactly 2
Twizzlers?
boxes of mac and cheese.
and he got the proper star.
I just want to talk about like the photo shoot, right? Like
This is
just his posing right there.
You know what I'm
Like
saying?
he's like,
it's the
Yeah,
most
my dude
hoodest-
looked good.
It's the hoodest
My
thing.
dude
ever.
looked
Pose
good.
Because
right
you
there.
knew he was like grabbing for something
Yeah.
mid picture. Oh, might as well go and get that.
Bro, his refrigerator is just as insane.
Wow.
Just
that
as
pose
insane.
right there. He
This-
looks so happy right there.
With Moet, because that's the best. He even just
Because you gotta
explained-
have that every day in your fridge.
Wow.
I'm gonna
just
cook.
gotta-
I'm running off these recipes right now. Cannot wait.
Let us know. Bring him in next
Hey,
episode.
I just got an air fryer, so I feel you.
Bro,
I've
they're
been doing
lit.
nothing but cooking.
What?
It
On that
does.
shit.
It does
It
wonders.
Changes your
I
life.
swear, all I do is fry shit. So like, I mean,
Yes.
when I got that, I was like, hell yeah. I'm
Now
just,
you saving on
The
oil.
amount of oil you use, bro. I just get some Pam. Some
yeah,
Pam.
right.
there you go.
Run it, and then
You can't go wrong with Pam.
crisp,
Crispy.
Crip.
crispy.
Yo, I was at the grocery store the other night, and it literally spelled, you know, the crispy sauerkraut. It's
Spelled
spelled
quisp.
crispy.
It's
sauerkraut.
German. It's German, ain't it?
I guess so.
It's crispy.
You can hear the
Crispy.
in the beginning.
That sounds messed up.
Crispy.
But not.
Old
So
dude.
guys,
Has anyone watched the My Hero Academia?
yes.
Yeah. Yep.
The-
So,
my latest episode?
Yes, that's one of our topics
latest?
we want to
Okay.
get onto today because
Actually-
everybody's divided on this.
All right, so look, I'm not worried about spoilers. I have not been too caught up yet. My girlfriend's the one that watches it, so I have not watched all of it yet. But I don't really care about it too much to care about spoilers. So
All
if you
right,
guys are
bet.
gonna deliver spoilers, I don't care.
Okay.
I'm kind of the same way.
I'm a huge Lemillion fan. I'm gonna tell you right now. I love Midoriya. He's cool, but I definitely feel like he should have inherited All Might's power.
Hold on now. Hold on.
We
Hold
can
up.
debate about it. We can debate about it.
Because Lemillion pulls an All Might. He pulls an All Might, like to the end, son. To the end, pulls the All Might to the end. Like this, you don't care about spoilers, bro. He got shot by this bullet that takes away your powers,
I saw that. I did.
and
see
Yeah.
he's still swinging on him, son. He was
Yes.
still hitting him with
Yep.
haymakers.
that was the
breaking
last
arms.
episode that I saw.
Yeah.
Was that fight?
Yeah.
Now the next episode,
See, I saw that episode, and what made me think was, you know what? I'm mixed about it, right? Now, Lemillion is way stronger than Midoriya. Now, if you were to take both their powers, I mean, Midoriya never had powers, but if you were to take both their powers out, even without powers, you're right, you saw that. You saw that
bro,
scene.
he was
fucking
squaring
whooped it.
up.
He
What?
whooped his ass.
It's
He
because
whooped his ass without powers.
It's because Lemillion's power has nothing to do with strength.
Nah.
No.
His strength is on his own.
Yeah.
You know, so he just
Yeah.
goes through stuff.
And then like, cause I mean, there's a couple characters that had dope powers.
Yeah.
But your man Overhaul has the sickest one of all, bro. I've yet
Yeah.
to Icy. Your man Overhaul, right?
Yeah,
he
he's
can
fire.
break down and reconstruct
Yeah.
So you can die.
at will.
Like
He
everything.
could kill somebody, like decapitate them, and then
bring
bring them
them
right
Bring back to life.
That shit
As
is
you know, as long as
As-
it's fast enough,
yeah.
you know, before they truly die.
Like 4 of his boys face crushed him.
Yep.
Just like palmed it like some LeBron shit, and like face was like squaring up, and he was like, bro, the dude is wild.
The
And
thing
then
is,
Lemillion,
I'm gonna defend my Izuku right now. Okay, one thing I agree. Yes, Lemillion is stronger. In a way, he should have, but you can't say that Izuku is completely worthless because he is low. No, hold on. He is smart.
bro, he got heart. That's all this kid got.
He got
some-
hurt, but he's smart too.
Listen.
Though he has a whole notebook on strategies.
Yeah.
His
He
notebook's
does
out the
think
window
about
though,
it.
because he's going against
But
unknowns.
True, yes and no, but think about it. Lemillion just went right in there and didn't. I get it. I mean, Deku has done it too, but Lemillion don't think. He doesn't know how to think. He doesn't know how to strategize. That's something Deku with that power. He knows how to. Deku
Okay.
knows how to strategize
All
way
right.
more.
So
he does.
all right. So Lemillion definitely knows how to strategize.
Yes.
So the only
He
thing.
predicts. He's Night Eye's like henchman. He has
Yeah,
to predict
so-
the future.
Night
But-
Eye predicts the
but the-
future.
but the thing,
Lemillion is just kind of.
But the thing about Deku, when it comes to Midoriya, he's like, so you got to think about it. He's a fanboy for heroes, right? So his notebook is not only written out with strategies, but it's written out with like his favorite heroes. So he's like looked at these people's weaknesses. He knows what makes them strong, what makes them weak, and he's memorized all this shit.
I mean, he.
So
But
that's what makes him powerful.
I
is
wouldn't
his
even say
knowledge.
his. I wouldn't
He
say
can
his knowledge,
easily-
but it's his
remember when
observance.
Lemillion first came
His
at
observ-
Deku, though?
When he was, but he's so observant when it comes to like he dissects the person's powers, abilities, weakness by watching them and seeing their antics. I will give him that. He's
Yeah.
smart enough to do that on the fly when fighting certain people.
Yeah.
But like compared to Lemillion, bro, your man was fighting 3 villains
Yeah.
and hooking them,
Oh, yeah.
going through the ground and everything. Because when you go to the ground, he has to hold his breath, and
Yeah.
that's why he pops back out because he lets go of his breath. So he's coming out of breath, just gasping with a haymaker
that's
to the
true.
dome.
He knows how to he'll go through the girl and then he hit the dude.
Yeah.
That was a great
That was-
scene. I was
it
like,
was,
oh,
it
you gotta
was.
have precision to
That was
time it
ugly.
so that you go right through the girl so you don't hit her and then you hit the. That's perfect.
It's 'cause
I
he
get
did all
it.
that training.
But you also gotta compare. He's
But-
also older. Remember when he first got his powers? It took him years to learn. Deku had just gotten his powers, not even a year. So you gotta also think about timeline wise.
Yeah, still though. I mean, again, Lemillion though.
No, I
They-
love
they-
Lemillion. I
but
almost
look,
cried. I
he
did almost cry.
squared
He
up.
lost all
So,
his powers.
somebody did mention to me that like, and I actually took
No
that into
powers.
perspective. Like, if they had given All Might's power to Lemillion, there would have been no point to the show.
Facts.
Like he's just so
Yeah.
he would have been so OP
It'd
at that
been
point, so
ridiculous.
overpowered. Like there's just no
Yeah.
point to it. You know,
Oh,
it's
he
like
was-
One Punch Man.
You want that character development.
He
Yeah.
was just like, and then the latest episode, if y'all haven't seen it, the spoiler alert is, bro, Night Eye, and it's grim, bro, and he see the future, and he got his ass handed to him by Overhaul. Bro, I don't know how bad you is to beat a nigga who can see the future. That's a, you can.
Yeah, Overhaul is definitely a really savage villain.
That's what I'm saying. He got four
Really
arms
savage.
now.
He's like up there with what was the dude's name? From the Chimera saga in Hunter x Hunter. The king.
Oh yeah,
The Chimera and
yeah,
King.
yeah.
That dude was so savage. Like nobody
That
killed
dude
him.
was ridiculous.
He killed Netero. He made Netero
Yeah.
kill himself. And
That-
then he was like,
that
"Oh yeah,
heart-
well fuck it, I'm gonna die now."
Flower bomb thing to the chest. That's when Hatsune Nero died, right?
Yeah.
Took that and then walked away. Yeah, I saw
Yo,
him.
the best villains always have like the most craziest like backstories, and that's
Yeah.
what makes them like that because they psychologically fuck with you, and
Like-
they're strong too. They get to that point where they get it's
Dude, the craziness of it was like the psychology behind the girl and the dude was
Yeah.
dark,
Yeah,
like
it
darker than
was.
I anticipated. Because he was twisting it to be like, yo, every time you make a choice, you kill someone. Why do you continue?
Yeah, it's
and
really-
like
it's
twisted
pretty
that
dope.
over and over, and I was like, dang, that's
Yep. It's
for a little
psychological
girl?
abuse. Yeah.
I was like, that's ugly.
And that's her granddad. I
Right?
was like, bro, this dude is young as fuck. That's her
no,
granddad.
no. The granddad's his boss.
Are you serious?
Yeah, his boss.
Oh,
That's
okay.
his grandchild. That the
Okay.
dude's doing that.
See,
to.
because my girlfriend was watching it in sub, and I don't watch sub, man. I can't do it.
like
I'd rather.
sub.
I'm
I'd
the
rather,
same way. I
Nah,
can't.
I
It's
would
so
ra-
hard.
I'd rather read manga because, like, I can't. The fact about sub is that I just can't deal with the voices. Like, I get it. It's a different language, whatever. But like,
it's the
bro,
voice. I get it, but I still watch it because I can't
I
hold
watch
myself.
Dragon-
If I stop at sub, then it's like episode this, and then I see that there's like 3, 4, 5 more episodes, and so I'm like, oh, I gotta watch it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't
Yeah.
hold
Okay. So
myself.
if it's a
Like,
really good
I'm
anime, and I'm
hooked,
really good into it,
Bro,
I don't care,
I
watch
will
I
watch it
the
on
sub.
sub because I watched all of Parasite on sub.
One thing I
won't lie.
cannot watch
Oh.
dubbed at all is One Punch Man.
Oh,
can't
you
watch it
tripping.
dubbed.
wild.
Okay.
Shout
Because
to my-
his voice, I don't
I own
know,
the one-
his
I own
voice
the
care what
is
the voice
better
sound
subbed.
like.
It's better subbed. I don't know
All
why.
right,
It
look,
just
I
it is.
own the first season, and I could tell you the dub is very good. Like it's not.
It's-
It's not.
It's not bad. It's
it's
just
good.
I
It's
like
very
the
good.
subbed in One Punch
I
Man.
didn't watch the second season. I heard the animation
What?
was way worse than it was
Oh
on
yeah,
the first season.
The animation was. Yeah,
So
it was-
animation
it
is a
was lack.
huge part for me. Like I'd rather read the manga at that point.
That's like a Black Clover. Like when the Black Clover did its first like 2 seasons, the person who was doing the animation, it sucks because one of the most badass scenes to me in Black Clover is when Asta, the witch, turns them into,
the
unleashes
blood?
a demon, right?
Yeah, and then-
So then that to me was such a badass fight scene. Unfortunately, it was done with these other animators. Now their animation is a whole lot better because they got in a whole nother crew.
Bro, that evil
And I'm
black
like, why couldn't you
dude,
do that back then?
that black demon dude is
It's
wild.
Badass. When him and Yuno get together and do like the half demon, half light, it's
That was
There's so much anime out there. So like whenever a new anime comes out, a lot of animators don't want to get behind it until they know it's
Yeah,
gonna
until
make
it's
money.
good, yeah.
You know.
usually the first season is the kind of like the they're testing it out, testing out
Yeah.
the waters. And you're right. Once
Pretty
they become,
much.
But I mean, I feel like if they did better advertising with some animes, they could have killed like
Yeah.
certain animes that have one season. But I'd be like, bro, Genlock. Y'all remember Genlock with
Yeah.
Michael B. Jordan? Why is there no second season of that?
It
That was hard as fuck.
happens with a lot of animes, and it's just
nowadays they're feeding you like so many animes a week.
yeah.
Yeah, I can
So
feel
that
that.
it's hard to it's like music and SoundCloud now. There's so much music out there. It's hard to kind of become famous unless you have somebody backing you up. So that's the same thing with anime. Now there's so much anime out there being made. It's like, although Demon Slayer, their animation real quick, they're from the start, from the first
Okay.
season,
Fire.
they are badass. They
Fire.
So
they
I
spend
just
money on that.
so I spent the last like 4 to 5 months gaming. So like I haven't really kept up on too much anime. So I recently just started Demon Slayer. I just finished the first season of Fire Force, which was
What?
great.
Yeah,
which was
what?
great.
Fire Force.
Fire
Their
Force is
second
great.
opening is my favorite for some
I
reason.
mean,
That's-
creators of Soul Eater. I mean, so it had to be
was
good.
gonna-
It had to be good.
Bro.
But Demon Slayer, I watched up to today. I watched up to like episode 5, and it's really good.
So you seen the dude with the lightning dude yet?
No, I have not.
All right, I know you. I don't know who I'm talking about then. Can't remember.
wait, what were we talking
I,
about?
think, I could be wrong. I thought there was a lightning guy.
We're talking about 3 different animes. Hold on.
No,
Which-
Demon Slayer.
Oh, and Demon Slayer. Yes.
I thought there
Sorry.
was
I'm
one.
Like,
I
what
could
are you
be
talking
wrong.
about?
So you're at
just
episode
makes
5.
entertainment.
He broke the rock.
Yeah, he
broke the rock,
Yep,
right?
yep, yep.
That was a dope scene.
And you know
Yeah.
what? The thing that I really like about Demon Slayer is, for one, the intro is short.
Yes.
And there's I watch a
Yes.
lot of anime, so like
And the
some
singer,
of the intro,
singer is badass.
Yeah.
If you've heard of all her other like songs that she has down, it's a badass like.
And I
she's always
honestly
been-
I like very few anime openings, but for one, that one was good and it was short. It was short and sweet. Got to the point, and then as soon as the episode starts, literally by episode 3, this dude stops being a whole bitch
Yeah.
and like grows into like an actual
Yeah.
fighter.
That,
so it was
that
like it didn't-
mountain run.
And
Yes.
bro, Tokyo Ghoul is one of my favorite animates ever, but it takes a whole season for for him to like become like a fucking fighter. Like
Although let me tell you that
That was when he
The
ate.
head-
He
the
had
head
some
fucking
meat
demon?
or something, right? Tokyo Ghoul he ate some meat and he
So-
couldn't eat. He couldn't eat human food.
He turned into a ghoul, so he was like half human, half ghoul.
And he wasn't. He was tripping on that for a minute.
Yeah,
Y'all.
that's the reason why I adapted the name, because like at the time, based on like the way society is right now, like it kind of resonated with me because he had such a like internal conflict with loving humans, because humans were so cruel to ghouls, and now he actually understood what ghouls go through. So it was like, damn, like that's kind of like my conflict with humanity now, because I mean we're kind of pieces of shit, but we
Bro.
still put up with it.
It's been I don't want to get started. This past week of just news about political stuff. It's just been annoying.
Yeah, I've seen all the memes.
Boy,
I don't get into
World
hilarious.
War III memes. I'm dead.
I don't get into
Hilarious.
politics.
But yeah.
That shit got me scared as fuck.
Boy, you ain't lying.
We
son.
playing with that.
I'm
G
laughing
shit,
and
though?
all, but on the inside, I'm like,
It's
We
like,
got-
all I want out of it is just legalize weed all over. Like, you do that tit for
We-
tat. I'll
we
be
gotta
happy.
go back to them old
Right.
school commercials, those duck and cover commercials.
Yeah, under the
for
tables.
for
Oh, yeah.
moms.
Bro, I'm terrified. But no, yeah. I was watching, speaking of bad guys in the world, but have you seen Six Underground with Ryan Reynolds?
No, I have not
Nah,
seen
I
that.
haven't.
You seen it?
I've heard of it.
You
No,
heard
I
of
haven't
it?
Seen it.
All right, this is a Michael Bay movie, so it's all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Put the standards low on like a story.
Okay.
Put the
I love
standards
that.
on
I
the
love
story.
it. I love stories.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So put the standard on that, like on a low scale. However, action, adrenaline, and like nonstop bullshit,
Yeah.
high.
Usually Michael Bay's
high.
all his movies are his action is
Yo, he
they're
They're
he
over the top.
knows how to like with the CGI, with the action scenes, with the fights. Like he knows like how to.
it was basically the first 15 minutes was basically the like same intro to Transformers.
Yeah, because
So,
those are his movies.
It was,
I mean,
yeah, like a pit maneuver, flip
Yeah.
into like 8 cars, blew up like a whole bridge, and you're just like, bro, it was one pit maneuver. Like, how did James Franco's brother in it? Who's I don't know, the dude from the Four Horsemen.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about with the
Yeah.
cards, and he was like,
Yeah, this is Dave Franco.
Dave Franco.
Dave Franco. I was
Yeah.
looking at you like.
He dies.
Talking about
though.
Dave. Oh,
he dies
Oh,
quick.
that's so sad.
Yeah,
He's so cute.
bro, it ruined the whole mood in the house.
Every time one of the Franco brothers gets hurt, it's like, why? They're
Yeah.
just so gorgeous.
That's exactly what happened.
Even though James Franco did try to portray Riff Raff in a movie.
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh yeah,
I remember that.
Breakers.
Spring Breakers.
Spring Break.
I will never forget. And they actually took a scene from Shada's,
Yes.
the last scene. When they go into the house and they kill everybody and
Yeah.
they take off on the boat in Miami. Yep, that was the Shada's scene. And I recognized that shit right
a
off
great
the
movie.
rip. I was like, oh my God.
Great movie.
I know,
Like-
Shada's was a great
movie.
Amazing movie. It was like the Jamaican version of fucking Scarface, dude.
Pretty much, yeah. Or Carlito's Way. Take
Yep.
the what and leave the what?
Carlito's Way was like a.
What?
That was like the Puerto Rican. You gotta like each version of Scarface was like. Now I gotta talk about Scarface, man.
Scarface was still a movie.
Still lit.
I love
Yeah.
Al Pacino.
Yeah,
is-
still lit.
I love Al Pacino.
They
Like
did try to make, I mean, yes, there was always like you have your Sopranos, you have your
I was
Goodfellas, you
gonna
got
say,
your.
I watched
But then
Sopranos.
Scarface gave that like, now you see all these like, they just started, the first people to portray like, not the first, but one of the first like to really put out like that Miami, like the Cuban culture that, it was like, oh shit, we got our movie. Like the Cubans like, finally,
Yeah.
we got our movie,
feel that,
okay.
yeah.
Like,
That's probably why my mom was so opposed to me
that,
watching it.
Wouldn't Godfather's also? Godfather's was in Miami. Wasn't Godfather's in
Yeah, but-
Miami?
I think so.
Yeah, because they had Fredo
Maybe.
and
I
all
don't
them
know.
out of Miami. With them Bell. Oh, I could be wrong. I'm a movie buff, but I just could be wrong.
Yeah, but
It's
I
a
mean,
3-hour long movie, so I can't sit through. I just wake up at the toll booth.
I've watched
gun scene.
Avatar.
A good sleeper was Live by Night.
Live by Night.
Yeah, with Ben.
This is a mob movie.
Yeah, my movie.
Yeah, I have to look this one up.
What's the name of the last Batman?
I can't remember because I.
What do you mean, the last
Oh,
Batman?
Ben
The last-
Affleck.
Ben Affleck. There you go.
Ben
Oh,
Affleck.
okay. Oh,
Yeah.
I
Live
thought
by
you were
Night.
talking
Yeah.
about- I didn't know what you were talking
It was
about.
a
The movie, or
sleeper.
you're talking about the
I think
actor.
The reason why it was such a sleeper because the Batman had so much hype. It came out around the same time. It was a sleeper, but it was
The thing
good.
is, like, Ben
See?
Affleck used almost like this to kind of hype him up a little bit after he was, because he did a couple of movies, like
Paycheck.
In Between and
Trash, bro. The only thing that saved the movie was Uma Thurman, bro. She saved the movie at least.
Yeah, that's why.
Paycheck.
That's
no,
why I'm a
speaking
Marvel
of
fan.
Batman, oh my goodness, I am happy. Joaquin, he actually
Yes,
won a Golden
I
Globe.
knew it.
He
I
won.
knew it.
I am so
Look.
excited. I'm happy for them.
We all knew this was gonna happen.
I
And
knew it.
because of this movie, like I mentioned in another podcast, I'm so happy because now Birds of Prey is rated R. A lot of movies
that
are
is
not
good.
going to be rated R. It's going to be badass. And now they're going to actually, the same director, he wants to create a Batman based on that universe of that Joker.
You think he'll get it though?
We'll see,
hope.
but that's what
Possibly.
I hope
Warner
so.
Brothers do
I
some
hope so.
shady.
Okay,
That's
So-
what I'm saying. You
But
think
they
he'll get it though?
respond to
Shady.
money. They
man,
respond
see-
to money though. When they saw this movie's making money, they're actually giving him a lot of freedom now. They already gave the go to a Joker too.
Alright.
So I think they want to.
They probably, because it's probably like, fuck, I guess it was good.
I mean,
Shit.
They
I
should have
hope-
went
I-
that damn route
in
from
the
the
first
beginning.
when we was
I
sit-
said
when we
that.
was sitting doing the breakdown of the
Dude,
of the
when
world.
we first started the podcast,
Yeah.
there was no rumblings of the Joker movie. And I said that they need to throw the movie into a later time
Yep.
because it makes sense. You can't put a technology type world
but
in
was
that world.
but
It's
was
so
the
different.
recent Joker movie not good though?
No, it was excellent.
Oh,
I heard it was
amazing.
excellent.
No, but
It
that's
was
what I'm saying. I
Oh,
told
what
them
do
that
you- what do you mean
I
you
was
heard?
saying
I
that
heard it was
from,
excellent.
from
I
the
haven't yet
get go
to see
that
it.
they need to go down
watching
a
it with
more
I
More
went
of
to see it the first.
older demographic.
Because I didn't like Suicide Squad.
Oh, who did?
And
Who did?
Okay,
Bro,
okay.
DC really,
Okay,
and
okay.
don't get me wrong, DC lets me down a lot.
Suicide
but
Squad.
That's the point where DC
Bro.
really let me down.
Suicide Squad would have been an amazing movie if they would have, first of all, let the creator do what he wanted to do and not delete so many scenes. And second, there's different versions of
wouldn't have ran
Suicide
too long.
Squad, right? I like the Suicide
think-
Squad with King Shark and Killer Frost. That was a badass
Well, and-
But I mean,
Suicide
Those
Squad.
are not your best
but it's not
characters,
the- yeah.
though. You got to
It's-
look at
it's-
it this
it's
way.
not.
They had good
DC
characters
at this point
for
right
this
now,
one.
they can't you got to bank on your viable characters right now. Marvel, they can give you Goo Goo Gaga right now, and because it ties in with the Marvel universe,
No, that's
The
true.
King.
it fit, we just gonna watch it because
Yeah.
it's tying somewhere.
R.I.P.
Infinite-
Stanley.
I'll be honest.
Yeah.
The issue they had with Suicide
Man,
Squad though was
Stanley.
whoever edited it.
Rest in peace, Stanley. I
like,
just want to say that.
Yeah,
Did-
shout
did-
out.
Like,
yeah.
moment of silence for Stanley.
He died like a while ago.
I don't care. Every time you mention Stanley, you gotta have a moment of silence. I'm a DC girl, but you gotta respect Stanley. Damn it, you just have to. He's a sweet old man who created
See, I'm
all
Mar-
of this, man.
See, I'm Marvel all the way.
Yo.
You gotta watch that Stan Lee documentary.
Yo, this
I'm
gotta
telling you.
this gotta air this week. Fuck that. I'm skipping.
That's fine. Go ahead.
This is time dated now, yo.
Go
It's time
ahead.
dated.
Go ahead.
And we could
Yeah.
talk about Batman if you want to.
We don't.
No. This is their show, but for the most part, for that universe, they need to make sure that this Robert Pattinson's Batman, I'm starting to believe in it. Now I have to put this in perspective. I think Birds of Prey not gonna hit.
No, if they
No.
do it, they can't have the same
No.
person who edited Suicide Squad's edit that
Yeah.
movie. They put slow
I-
motion in stupid shit. Slow
Hold
motion
on.
would be like this.
Do you know that? Do you know? First of all, the director. Do you know who the director is?
And then be like,
Thank you.
For what?
and then just
For
do
Birds of Prey?
I just want you to pay attention
Is
to
it-
who's directing
I think
Birds
it's gonna
of
be
Prey.
better.
It is. It's gonna be real. First of all,
Somebody
not
give
only
me
is it
a
rated
give me a
R,
cross check on who's directing that.
So not only
I'll
is
tell you right
Birds
now.
of Prey, not only is it gonna be rated R, but the director and the people who are producing it, I think it's gonna be a good movie. They also came out with, like I said, the Harley Quinn show. I don't know if anybody's been keeping up with that, but you know, it's Bombshell Comics, right? So it's a extension of DC. So Bombshell Comics is more of like it's more comedy. It's more like out there, raunchy. It's fun, and I think the Harley Quinn show will be kind of like a
Kathy Yan.
Kathy Ann.
Yan.
Yen.
Y-A-N.
Do she have any other notable movies?
She does.
Mm.
Look it up.
Give me some
You know,
more
Look it up.
names.
honestly,
Look it up.
based on the kind of reputation that they built
She
off
did
the Suicide
Dead
Squad movie,
Pigs.
this has to be better.
She did what?
It has to. Hey, look at it this way. This movie is not from a point of view of a corny ass Joker, but from Harley Quinn, a savage.
But still,
a
it's still
savage
we
Harley
still
Quinn.
gotta. I need some notable
You
movies,
know?
sir.
A-
Dead
a
Pigs
Harley
is
Quinn
not.
that just got broken up with.
Dead
you know,
Pigs
heartbreak
ain't gonna be enough.
does wonders for people, bro. I'm telling you.
Gabe, your face ain't telling me no good movies right now. What has she cut? What has she directed?
Dead Pigs in 2018.
Dead Pigs. All right. All right.
According to my mother,
According to
2016.
I didn't hear about that.
Down River is 2016, and Last Night is 2013.
I don't know
They were all
none of
indie
them.
movies.
Okay.
So let me guess. They were all
Lisa?
indie movies. They were
Lisa, the
indie
camera's on
movies,
you
yeah.
right now.
You're like
Girl, you
two
better
of
hope
them
this
ain't got-
movie sell. When that bitch come out?
2000.
When does Birds of Prey come out? It should be this week or next week.
No, what?
So
February 7th.
February
Okay.
7th.
Okay.
It better slap.
Yeah,
Lisa.
hold on. Yeah, this
DC
is-
has one
it
last
better
chance this
slap.
year.
Hold
I
on.
think
Right now, I'm not believing in the DCU universe right this second.
I think it's gonna be a good movie. Okay?
So who do you
Hold
think
on.
they should
I think it is.
cast for a live action Miles Morales?
now,
Well,
will
see-
they do that? Is the question.
There-
He's my favorite Spider-Man. So
if I'm gonna do a Miles Morales, I'll probably go with Young Romeo.
You know what? At first, when I first started reading Miles Morales comics back in like 2015, I thought Childish Gambino at first. And
Yeah.
then they used him for Prowler.
Right.
And I was like, damn, so I can't be
Okay,
Childish
hold
Gambino.
on though.
Jaden Smith would be good, but
Hold up,
he's
what?
I think he's
All right,
getting
go
too
on.
old.
All right, Gabe got some.
Fucking the special effects though, the people that got for special effects, official.
Okay.
Official
For
people.
Birds of Prey.
Mark Rapaport. He's a proper. I'll give him that because he did 300. He did a few good ones.
Okay.
He's a fab. He's your. No, he did a few.
300?
I Am Legend.
It was good.
He did.
Jupiter Shooter. I mean Jupiter Ascending Shooter. He also did.
You said I'm Legend.
I Am Legend
Okay.
and
Oh,
300.
okay.
So I'm not gonna discredit him. He got some movies
He
under
does,
his
he
belt.
does,
Okay.
he does.
So like I will say the special effects seems to be on point.
DC
seem
to
to be
me
on
is
point.
not good at making multiple characters pop. They got to make a they're great with single movies. The multiple, I can't deal with it.
Well,
Let's see who did the
Well,
script
they're-
for this.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna say like as a DC fan, yeah, they're
I can't even say much about
They got their
DC. I'm not a
cartoons
DC
on
fan.
point though.
Yeah.
Copy and
I-
paste, my nigga.
I like
But-
DC cartoons.
But the people making the animation is a whole nother crew. Like
Direct them. Give them the directing credit.
That's-
They will make
that's-
that lit.
Granted, I've never bought any DC comics. I've only bought Marvel comics, but
DC comics are detailed.
Way,
Yeah,
They
but-
are
Yeah.
Detective
Way
Comics
more than
are
Marvel.
that shit.
Way
But-
more than Marvel.
You
It's-
sure?
It's the
Because
story.
that was the main
Dude,
selling point
Dude.
back
Hold on,
in the
hold
day
on,
for
hold on, hold
Marvel.
on, hold on, my man.
Back in the
Batman
Batman is-
alone has a deeper storyline than any comic
Bro,
on
look
Marvel
at the
side.
fight
Just
scenes.
alone.
Look at the fight scenes on the comics, bro. Marvel took it to a different level when they first
Yeah,
came out.
but
Nah.
DC
Stan Lee was on a whole different level.
But DC attacks you mentally.
Yeah, they give you the.
They
They're more
So is
dark.
psychologically
Marvel.
fuck
They're
you.
more
So
darker.
is Marvel, and they attack you with
Nah,
the
because here's the thing: Marvel stays on other planets.
Yeah.
Well-
You can get lost in transition with them.
Marvel stakes to
but
the
with
real
DC,
life, bro.
it's real life.
Marvel gave you real
Bane
cities.
ain't nothing but a nigga on steroids.
Fuck you mean?
Okay, okay.
Marvel gave
Joker
you real
ain't
cities.
but another
Marvel
but
gave you real
schizophrenic.
people.
That's That's
Marvel came out with the first comic that showed
All right,
people
all right.
with powers with their
That's not my
face
show.
without masks on,
okay. It's
bro.
okay. It's okay. It's okay.
This is
So,
true though.
Fantastic
I'm
Four.
gonna be on both sides right now.
Fuck Fantastic.
They outsold DC the first year they
You
released.
bullshit.
Fantastic Four is the shit. Just Fox fucked it up. Fantastic Four is the shit. Okay.
Both of them movies
Spider-Man is
The
the
movies
shit.
do suck, but
Okay.
the comic
And
was
no,
legendary.
the comics from Marvel
comics was
and
good.
they're badass. The animation for DC to me is better.
It is.
Movie
It is.
wise, you got Marvel winning, obviously,
Yeah.
especially now under Disney. So it's
With
like
live
Marvel's
action,
good,
yeah.
but the thing is, Detective Comics. You're right. They got the one thing that I love is that their backstory to their heroes are so
Yeah.
detailed. They mind fuck you. Like you're like, holy fuck. Like you're like, damn, this happened to me too. Like it gets you. They're so detailed. They go really. Yes, you're right though. That's it's funny how Marvel they are based off of true cities.
Yeah, and
You know, but
that's what
but
you wanted.
DC also has true cities. They just wanted to make, for example, you know, you have Metropolis, you have
Gotham is New
but
York
they
City.
do mention real
Gotham,
cities. They do mention real
Is Gotham
cities.
New York City? Oh, Chicago. Gotham, Chicago.
No, Gotham is fake. I'm saying like that.
But it's mimicked Chicago.
Yeah, but
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
New York.
It's
New
more
York?
like-
yeah,
New York.
yeah, it's New York. Yeah,
Yeah, more New York.
What
than
I'm saying is, if you look at the animation, though, they do mention real cities like Miami, New York. They just
Yeah.
wherever
They make
the,
names
the
for them.
heroes like reside is
Aren't
fake.
yeah. They just make names for
However-
the cities.
Batman
Which I'm okay
causes most of his villains. Batman is the reason for most of his villains.
No, Joker was there before because they got an
Joker,
age gap.
Joker, most. I said most.
I think it's
They got an age
I said
gap.
most.
Joker is like his number one villain, really, that he wasn't responsible for.
Right. That's the
I
only one
think-
that he doesn't have any ties to. He's just a fucking psychopath type
yeah.
shit.
There's
Yeah,
that,
what-
but there's also you got to look at too.
Poison
Have you heard
Ivy.
any comics or any animation on his father?
Was it Brian? James?
No, majority of the majority
So
of the
let me
bad
ma-
guys come from where his
it's
father
Wayne
was.
Tech.
Father and
Yeah.
Bruce too.
Well, mostly
Nah,
his father.
He started
his,
all of
no,
this
his
stuff,
father.
and then Bruce is
And
coming
the
in
co-
and be like, "Oh, I hate Thomas Wayne Industries." And be like, "Nah, nigga."
Yeah.
And then if you don't like it, Batman gonna come in there and bust your shit up.
The thing is,
oh, you
Thomas,
don't like
like-
Wayne?
Now, if you read, there's different. No, you see different
This
shit.
is
Like, for
true.
example, Thomas Wayne was supposedly kind of like into some dirty shit,
Yeah.
right? And then wasn't. So he was trying to better, but he had to do dirty shit to better the city. But because of that dirty shit that Thomas Wayne did, that Wayne Industries did, they basically created a lot of these characters that are a little older than
makes
Bruce Wayne. You also have. Lost my train of thought because there's a lot of information. Okay, sorry. So
The Riddler was Bruce.
The Riddler was really good.
so much
The
information in
Riddler-
my head right now. I'm trying to.
Jim Carrey played. It was Bruce was
The animation with the owls, where everybody it's a secret society.
I forgot.
Sorry, I'm
Court-
having a brain
Not a
fart
DC
right now.
person.
Court, it was the
Court of-
League
The
of
court,
Shadows?
the court of owls.
The
Court
Court
of
of
Owls.
Owls.
The court of owls. So yeah. So let me tell you about Thomas Wayne and the court of owls and everything that's go. So basically, the court of owls is like kind of like the Illuminati in Gotham, right? So it stems all the way back to like they've been like blackmailing. That's where I say where he did dirty shit because he had to. So his father was kind of involved with the Court of Owls, and it's like the secret society where they know who Bruce Wayne is,
Yep,
but or who Batman is, but they don't like. They basically control everything, like the 1% kind of does in their daily society.
Makes
but
sense.
you know, Thomas Wayne really did create a lot of these characters and villains, and because of the poverty, because of all the shit that was going on politically in Gotham, because of Wayne. Tech Industries, and because of the mobs back in days, like because
Falcone
of
and them.
yes. So because of all that, half of these villains were created. So it wasn't always just Batman.
And all the crooked
Yeah.
cops.
No.
He became Batman because of all the shit that he wanted to.
Just like a son, got to take all the fucking
All the bullshit
right
from
after.
after. Yo,
Yeah.
ain't that a bitch?
I'll still take Daredevil over Batman.
What?
Aw,
Bro,
man, get the fuck
you
out
wild,
No,
son.
blind.
but-
Yeah.
He's
Right.
blind,
Batman
and then you
but
got the
Daredevil-
smartest mind in the world.
He's
Let's
blind.
talk
He's
about
blind.
Daredevil.
Bro, he lives in like a walk-up
Batman has money.
Walk up
Batman has
apartment.
money. That's it.
Nah, but
Yeah,
let's talk about
son.
Daredevil though.
Daredevil got mad smarts.
You are
and he has
blind, but
instincts.
holy fuck.
He's a defense
You can-
attorney. Nah, son, you wild.
I will say this: the movie is better than the show.
What?
Yes, I said it. I'm sticking to my opinion.
The movie
I
is
like-
better than the show. I
No,
don't
no,
know.
no, no,
I
no,
love
no,
the
no,
movie,
no,
man.
no,
That show
no,
was
no,
lit.
No, no,
I
That
got in,
show was
okay,
lit.
so I watched the show and I got into it, and then
I don't
halfway
know,
through
bro.
it,
I
like
can't
by
look at them the
season
same.
2, I was bored. I was out of my mind. I was like, damn, this shit's
Okay.
more about him being a lawyer than it is him being Daredevil.
Okay,
Season two is rough.
I'll get
Season
okay.
two is
So
rough.
here I see that they're moving pretty slow with the shows.
They are.
Well, they quit because of the whole Disney Plus thing, and they're gonna do their own shows. But they were moving slow. Like for example,
Bad app.
No,
There's a lot of
Yeah,
other shows that I
Bad.
like though.
Disney Plus.
Like
Oh.
no,
'Cause it's still new.
It is a bad app, but I like the concept. I like it.
Where it's gonna go,
Where
it's gonna be crazy.
yes.
But right now,
yeah,
it
right
sucks.
now, it
Bro, it's
sucks.
pretty
I
tapped
can't
to just-
continue a fucking movie without it having putting me back at the beginning of the movie. I'm just like, God damn it.
They still got a lot of bug issues.
real
Yeah.
quick,
But I don't wanna
like
pay for so
like
many
Jessica
subscriptions.
Jones, for example.
I like Jessica Jones.
Okay, so Jessica Jones. No.
I
Hold on.
do.
Hold
Yeah,
on.
you
Hold
gotta
on.
watch it.
The character Jessica Jones.
did watch it.
Is badass.
Yeah.
What they did to her in Netflix, I thought they moved on with her way too slowly, and it was way. I didn't like this. The first season okay, and I thought maybe the second season. That first of all, her and Luke Cage are supposed to have a kid.
Yep.
First of all, she's supposed to fly.
Yeah.
She's supposed to be like. That was like her like barely even knowing her power. She's supposed to be like
Yeah, they did a
super,
lot.
you know, like Supergirl type shit. And I don't know what the fuck they did with that. The thing is, they started off with a good show with Daredevil, and then they basically started introducing all
They
these
did-
other people because they wanted to create kind of like a community.
'Cause then they know, 'cause
and
they
then
did the
just kinda
Defenders.
slowed Daredevil down.
No,
I
they
was
did
like,
the Defenders. Defenders
They-
make
they-
sense.
DC
Yeah,
just has
but-
a lot of shows going on right now. Like they really
Yeah,
do. And honestly,
To
for
be
one,
completely honest with you, and I'll get away from this, they just need to detach Batman's world away
Yeah.
from everybody
Yes.
else because they can just
They-
sell that alone.
because they look
Alone.
they have
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot of they have a lot of heroes that they could be making movies out of, but they always only choose Batman
Because he's lit.
But
Yeah, it is.
listen,
That's your money maker right there.
Yeah.
Yes, just like Marvel
But
always chooses
yeah.
Spider-Man. But
That's
there's
true.
a lot of other heroes that Marvel has attempted to make movies out of. You know what I'm saying? How many Superman movies do we have? How
Because
many?
you can't get the right person to
I
make
mean,
that.
Superman.
You can't even get the right person to make the
like
game.
Superman like
I
that.
know.
That's how cursed
Hey,
Superman
hey,
is.
look,
There's
look.
six movies,
Hold
right?
on. Listen, but I have a reason for Superman not having a really good game. It's not the fact that they can't make it. It's the fact of how the fuck are you gonna make a hero that is basically a fucking alien? What villains would you give Superman that doesn't need kryptonite to kill him? You can't give him
I'm
everyday
like-
villains
Facts.
like Spider-Man or Batman. You can't give him robbers or like thieves that like go and rob a jewelry store. You have to give Superman like alien type villains that are fucking coming to destroy Earth or some shit.
Emperor Zod.
Because
They
nobody like Superman is literally unstoppable.
Well,
Especially when Batman has to fight him. Think of all the resources that Batman had to use to
they
even
actually
fight that dude.
they actually do though. Can I
You
just
know?
add to because they actually do. DC goes beyond the Earth. Like if you actually read where they go outside to the different planets, there are actually foes that could fight against Superman. Just
Yeah, I
saying.
thought there was a couple
and-
dudes that could
yeah.
square up on.
In fact,
and-
just in
like-
the show, Titans, you see them going to these different Earths. You know, you have
and I'm so surprised that they haven't came up with a game or a real good movie for that
Yeah.
because Superman or Hulk.
Man of Steel was
Bro.
pretty
It was
okay.
It was
Yeah.
pretty okay. Yeah, I will give it that. But they could do
I'm
so
just
much
not
better
a
for
Superman
Superman.
fan, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm not
Facts.
Superman.
I
Yeah.
can't. I don't
But-
know. I'm just not a
but
Superman.
I
good
just don't get
movie.
how he's so weak every time. Everyone got this damn rock.
But-
How does everyone have this damn rock that makes him weak?
The point is a
I
very
thought
And you can melt it down, turn it to gas. You can just
a very good
refine it. Like
A-
just
a very
running,
good movie.
running the whole body off it. I'm sorry, but
but a very good movie could make you a Superman fan. You know, you might not be one now, but think about it.
They
like,
have to take
that's
some of
true.
his powers
The only
away.
thing that made
Yeah.
Superman
Just a
even
few more.
popular to people in the beginning was the show
Supernatural, right?
Yeah.
No, not Supernatural.
Oh, no,
Smallville. Sorry, I
Smallville,
confused
Smallville.
them. Sorry.
See, yeah,
Sorry about
Supernatu-
that, guys.
Supernatural
It's
was lit.
Smallville. So anyway, Smallville made like people that didn't even know anything about the, just shows
Yeah.
like that do turn some people on into, to
But I liked
curiosity.
Smallville because it was like Superman.
dragged on too
when
long, though.
Yeah, it did. But
It dragged on
did-
way too long because I was like, is either he becomes Superman and then it becomes interesting, or like
Yeah.
how I don't want to hear about, no offense, but a foreign boy like just chilling, trying
Still
to
trying-
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
my power.
And meeting Lex Luthor young. I was confused about the meeting of Lex Luthor
that
young.
was-
Yeah.
Like, how did that turn about?
That's the
like,
thing with the
yeah.
CW doing a lot of the DC shows, and I hate it. I hate when CW does DC shows because then they turn it into like a novela, like a soap opera. And I'm like, this is not a soap opera. This is a fucking
Yeah,
know.
that's kind of how I fell off with Gotham a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
they
what happened.
fucked up
Penguin was
Gotham.
doing a little too much theater
That's what
acting.
happened with
It's just
Gotham.
like, come
Yeah,
on, dude.
because I
There was
started
a
that
lot
show
of shit,
too.
it just didn't-
Actually, when Jada Pinkett showed up, though, it got lit.
Yeah.
When
she-
Jada Pinkett
Fish.
showed up, woo! I was not ready.
I was ready for all the rest of them. It's just Penguin. Why did you make
Yeah.
him the main character? Would have went with maybe a Edward
Yeah.
Enigma or somebody else.
And then to the background between he's gay and he's not gay, or he's trying to hide it, and then
Hey,
he's
but
trying to.
In
then the other
this
dude
generation, you
knows.
need that kind of material, though. I mean,
No,
like,
which
And
is
that's
fine.
That's
But
fine.
it's just like,
But
spread it out.
Like,
yeah, it's true. That's
They
true.
did that in
Yeah.
like 4 episodes,
that
and I was
would've
just like,
make 'em,
dude,
yeah.
let this linger a bit. Like, let this be like, oh, I think Penguin's gay. And like,
His
see,
minions are in
like
the
2
back
episodes,
going
like,
I knew it.
like it's literally next episode. He's like fiending over the dude. I'm like, oh, come on,
They're
man.
using
Like,
that to build anticipation, man.
yeah, let that be the backstory to him. I'd have
Yeah.
been. They just dropped shit too quickly.
No, just
Yeah.
every time DC does a DC show, I'm like, I'm so glad DC has their own streaming service because they've been doing really good with their shows.
Yeah.
Sorry, Young Justice is the one that I was talking about, by the way, not
have
Titans, that they go outer space, but Titans is not that good. Young Justice is a good show.
Wait, so Teen Titans
Here
is
and
not
there.
good, or just
Titans is,
okay.
I didn't like
Titans.
Titans. Swamp Thing is a good show. Like I said, the Harley Quinn
See,
show is a good show.
There's no way for me to see this. 'Cause I ain't got no.
I will share you my password and everything to my DC app.
You are amazing.
I got you.
Young
need
Justice.
I
show you.
Is Young
the
Justice
world.
worth it
What
though?
happened?
I
You
have
need
not
my
started.
login and password to the DC
Bro,
app?
I would.
Not right now. I'm not watching TV.
I would watch it. I'll watch
We're
it. I'll
TV
get
nerds.
caught
We
up.
watch TV.
So you said you
I'm just
game.
editing.
Yeah.
What games have you been in?
Yes.
So recently, I just beat Star Wars Fallen Order.
Nice.
which
Haven't played
was-
video games either.
It's honestly really good. The story,
sorry.
and I'm sucking for a good story. So,
So
like
this is PC though, or Console?
no, it's,
No,
it's,
no, they-
it's for everything pretty much.
Yeah.
You can get it for Xbox One, PS4, but
They just came out with it like 2 months ago, right?
yeah, something
2-3
like
months
that.
ago?
Yep. I played it on Xbox One. I was gonna buy it for PS4, but my girl got me an Xbox for Christmas, so I was like, "Fuck it!" It came with the game too, so I was like, "All right." So played it, tried
You
it
should have
out.
waited.
yeah? Sorry.
Get the Xbox
Five.
Scarlet.
Oh
or
yeah.
Yeah.
Nah,
The
I'm
one
gonna
box?
get.
I don't know.
I'm gonna get the PS5, so I'm not worried about it. I'm a
Our
Sony.
Man,
Xbox-
fuck you.
Yo, our
I'm a
Xbox
Sony
One
guy.
Took a
Nice.
shit on
I'm a
us.
Sony guy.
Nice.
But
Oh, okay, that's-
no,
Don't-
but
don't be- it's
the,
alright,
the
bro.
Star Wars game was honestly really
Traitor.
good. Based on the story, it takes place after Episode 3, so I wasn't completely lost. Like you play as a new character, so you've never heard of this character before.
Okay.
And you basically try to bring back the Jedi Order. That's your whole mission, and you have to fight Inquisitors, which if you follow the Star Wars series, you know like what Inquisitors are.
The
They're-
Knights of the Republic. I played the Knights of the Republic one. So
Yep. But honestly, it's pretty good. Have you ever played Dark Souls?
yes.
Okay, so the fighting style is similar to Dark Souls. Boy, it's not as hard. though. Not as hard.
I'm already
Yeah,
turned
I
off on
already
it.
knew. I already knew.
Yeah, I
So
played Dark Souls.
it's similar to Dark Souls in the fighting, but it's not as hard or as complex as that.
Okay.
So like you could get through it without having to fucking try your ass off.
Right.
But I will tell you right now.
Do you know Dark Souls, Icy? What? I hear?
I know about it. I never.
Oh, it would
Never-
make you want to break 5
Bro,
controllers. in a
literally,
row.
I've downloaded it for free, deleted it same day,
Mm-hmm.
because I played like 20 minutes and I was walking down some corridor and died.
Yeah.
That's
aggravating?
it.
Hey, look,
That's it.
Look, the
Yo,
guy, basically,
that's it.
Bro, let me just explain to you how hard this game is. When I walked up to the counter and I asked the guy, I was like, I had two options. I was looking at Darksiders or Dark Souls, and I was like, which one of these do you think would be better? And he was like, well, if you hate your life, you would play Dark
Dark
Souls.
Souls,
And I was
yeah.
like, all right, I'll play Dark Souls.
Bro.
Little did I know.
Hate-
He's like, I do hate
Hates
my
your
life.
life.
What?
5 controllers later,
Dude.
I beat it. But
I gave up.
Yeah.
I gave up and went to Dark Side. I was like, this game's way better.
yeah.
Yo, Dark Souls literally they
It's-
made more than one. How?
They got up to Bloodborne right now. Bloodborne for
Yeah.
the PS4 is another Dark Souls type
Bro,
game. It's
so hard.
It is for no reason. You have no option. You can't pick an easy difficulty in this game.
There's
You
no
just-
it's not like I'll get the
It's
easy
one of
route.
them games.
It's like no,
it
you want to
learns
be
you, and
Yeah.
then as you get better, it gets
Bro.
better on
Bro,
you.
listen,
Oh, I
you-
hate them.
It's so annoying.
Dark Souls 2, I started playing this shit. There's no map. There's no instructions.
Yeah.
You don't know what the fuck you're doing. You're just in like this other realm and like this underworld or whatever. I start walking, whatever, doing my thing, you know, trying to figure out
Well,
what
I
the fuck's
need at
going
least a
on.
map.
Bro, I go to the left, just one left.
Saint
There's-
Dora Explorer.
It's the only turn.
Something slams and crushes you, and
I
you don't
need
know
my
what it
trusty old
was.
map.
Yep.
If not,
Exactly. This big ass
I
giant
ever
thing.
tried driving through GTA.
I'm like, God damn it.
Where am I going?
I heard they're making another GTA though.
GTA
Speaking of-
6.
I heard they're
Yep.
making a GTA 6.
Oh yeah, the
That's the- yeah.
I
six.
can't wait,
Yes.
son.
Hey, wait for
That's
it.
my
It's
shit
gonna
for
take place in Miami.
Yeah.
Yes,
Vice City.
yep,
I
they're
can't.
gonna-
They're bringing a Vice City like, oh,
Yes.
I
So
cannot
it's like a
wait.
brand new Vice City. That Vice City was
I
my
hope-
shit back then.
That was
I mean, I
that was
played
the
all of them,
game.
but-
Yep.
That was the game.
Honestly,
Before San Andreas, that was
Yeah.
the one.
I love
Yeah.
how they're integrating like everything to, for example, now that everything you can basically get like new upgrades. Before it was like you got it and that was it. Now like you, for example, you can get every month or so they're adding new music to it. They're
Yeah.
adding new this, they're adding new. Now games have.
You know,
If they make it
We
free
gotta
like they
go
did the last time, because Rockstar made that pivotal. Like they're like, yo, we ain't charging for your packs, bro. Get them free. You bought the game, and I was like, bro, I respect that because they would just drop a new pack and be
Because
like,
they know they make money.
bro.
there's
It takes
one
them
thing.
like 5 to 6 years to create a whole game because
Which
it's really
and
which
you
is
know
good.
it's
they
gonna
have
be
other
on point.
projects like
Yeah, they do.
Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah, they
and
have
other
Red Dead
shit.
Redemption.
There's,
But
there's
the-
only
They
one
keep
thing I don't
But-
like about the upcoming GTA 6. If it is true, because I've heard rumors, but if it is true, you will not be able to just whip out guns out of nowhere anymore. You have to go to the trunk of your car, and that's your storage for your weapons.
What I tell you in the last podcast that they're
Well, I
making games
think-
too realistic.
No.
They're like, oh, you haven't showered in a
'Cause
day.
that's
You
gonna
about to
kill
get
it.
shaved.
Hold on.
Your shaving,
Hold on,
your
hold on.
shaving level is rising. You
That's
gotta
gonna
shower
kill
So
it.
now.
true.
I'm thinking
Just
I like
jump in the
this.
lake, fuck it.
I'm thinking I'm like this. Now, here's the thing. I
makes it
know
more challenging.
I know it's more easier for you, but then you got to think about where we're heading in the future.
Yeah.
So they're trying to get more AI stuff and
Yeah.
keep you
Yes.
in the game longer.
That's true.
So
Yeah.
think about it. If you playing online and whatnot, and then somebody just pop up on you, and you can't get to your trunk.
And that's true. And you got, bro, and then, you know what? I
Well,
do.
it's like-
Pop the
You
trunk
know,
on
there's
your
like
bitch ass.
one human day is like 5 or 10 GTA days.
Right?
Yeah.
You know, now they're gonna
Yeah.
make it like every minute is every minute.
Through a
like,
whole
synchronize
day.
with
You
your
can bank
Eastern
rob, you're going to
Standard
get
Time.
shot. The
Yeah.
cops are coming after you, and then
Yeah.
it's going to be nightfall before
Yeah.
all of that.
And then you got a hospital bill.
Facts.
I think the only thing that I like about that whole
Watch you're like
trunk
just
thing,
playing, you get shot like 20 times, and then suddenly you go to your mail and you're like, why the fuck do I gotta
Because you
realize
think
the
about it,
hospital
you're going to
bill?
be setting up, like, I'm pretty sure they do it now on 5, just trying to do the best they can. But
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure on 6, you're going to be able to set up for drive-bys, and you know that nigga,
Yeah.
you know he got a long
that's-
he got like a limo, and he got it in the trunk. You'll be like, oh, it's going to take him a
that's
minute
the
to
main
get to the
thing. That's one of the things that I do like about it, is that it does make it more challenging. Like, you have to think about, like, when you're going into a mission, you have to think about, oh, what gun I'm
Did you
gonna
eat?
need.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you eat? Did you carry?
Suddenly you start
did
thinking about your
carry
grandma.
what's in
Your
the-
grandma, you remember that voice in the back
Yeah,
of your
but if you
head? Your
add-
grandma, like, did you wear a coat today?
But
Did you bring your granola bar?
But adding the trunk method,
your grenade launcher.
I'm pretty sure they're gonna hack it or gank it to be like any car you steal might have your weapons in the back. You know what I'm saying?
Or this will be a cheat mode. You know, Rockstar. Hope you're listening. This will be a good cheat. This will be a good cheat mode. If you get one of them cars, kind of like my car, the hatchback, you could pull the seat down.
Oh,
And grab your gun right there
Yes.
in the seat.
that would be make it realistic.
Kevin Hart. Oh, I'm just gonna go
Make
open
it
my car
realistic.
door.
So you got like if you got open car like a SUV or like a hatchback, like you say, or a station wagon,
You
then
can
you could
jump
just
back there and
just
then you
reach
can
for it.
Tat, 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 tat. That'd be lit.
or certain guns are in the back seat. You put the Uzi and the 357 and shotgun in the back seat, but the rocket launcher and machine gun gotta go in the trunk.
Like in the front, you can have a
Yo,
9 or Uzi.
that was one of my favorite parts, like GTA, when you're just like customizing your cars.
Yo,
Like GTA 5, like I would just be like,
customization was
"Ooh,
lit.
that's my new car," and you can put them in your garage, like,
Yep.
"Oh, I'm stealing it." And you like customize it and then like put it in your little garage. I'm like, yes.
I'd make like full on race cars when they had the
Yes.
mods for like actual race car mods. Bro,
That's why I need a PC, because I need to be able to do mods. I could have the Hulk on GTA 5
bruh.
and just
Just
smash
whip.
the fuck out of people.
But I'm glad I'm back for this trip. I'm glad we had you,
Yes.
Yep.
sir. Chris, we talked about you before.
Anytime you want to come back,
come back again.
I'm always glad to be here.
It was
Oh yeah, and before we're gonna get ready to set up for the TV Nerds video game session. Now, here's the thing:
Anybody wanted in Smash Bros, we can get it.
when we play the now all these are gonna be retro games because here's the thing: I cut it off with the new games. You can go play that shit at home.
that's
You know
true.
what I'm saying? I want more games where you have to just.
I have an N64.
You don't need no internet.
Smash
that we
Bros
were just
for
playing Mortal
N64.
Kombat in the
Yep.
other day.
I'll have it for GameCube and other systems. The thing about with Fight Night
GameCube,
Round 1,
Melee.
it ain't better than 2. 2 had
I got 2004.
yeah, but it ain't better than round 2. Because 2 had you had to make sure you
Yeah, you have to
if
judge
you-
the face.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
had to-
I remember.
So we're gonna have that game and get the proper controls for that. So
All right.
y'all be looking
Yes,
on
we
the
have
web
two
with
events
that.
So you hear that?
coming
We're gonna
up.
have
We have a
games.
gaming event, and then in March, April, we're still planning it, but we do have like a.
The cosplay.
We're we have a TV Nerds Expo. We're gonna do cosplay. What's it called? Costume or
contest?
Contest. Sorry, costume contest. We're gonna do gaming in the little room. We're also gonna do vendors with art and all kinds of shit. So join us for then. We'll
can't
let you
wait
guys
for
know.
that.
I know.
I'm so
can't wait for that
excited.
too. I want to cosplay.
I can't wait
Bro, I want to
So-
go. I want to go as Coltrane.
I'm going as Nestle.
Coltrane, baby.
All I can say is whoever I cosplay as is gonna have white hair. That's all I know. Wait till I let this man.
Inuyasha.
Inuyasha. I got you, fam.
Oh wait, no,
Jiraiya.
Inuyasha.
Everybody
Jiraiya.
got. That's a lot of characters in
Okay.
anime.
But
a
then
lot
you
of
might be
characters
Bill
got that
Cosby.
white hair.
People might think you was a perv.
I would do Kaneki, but his hair is too short. Like I got this whole mane. I look like I'm the Cuban Jesus, so I can't do that.
I guess
you know what I'm
we'll
saying?
have to think about this. We'll,
Yeah.
we'll ponder
We
on
got
this in
I
the
could
smoke
definitely
room.
do Inuyasha.
Yeah.
I need longer ears though.
Well, thank you for watching the TV Nerds.
If I get my hair long enough, I might have some extension put in and then be Static Shock.
Ooh,
wild.
Static Shock, I got
You wild.
you.
Fire.
Yes.
You wild.
You
So
do
join
Afro
us,
Samurai.
Southwest
Yeah.
Florida. You don't have
Can't
to
wait.
travel all the way to Tampa, Orlando, or Miami.
There we go.
Right here in the backyard, you get to cosplay. All right.
And also want to give a shout out to our sponsors, Thrill
Thrill T-shirts.
Thrill
T-shirts.
t-shirts.
Thrill T-shirts.
Feel the thrill.
Exactly. And also As Good as Gold. Let's go ahead and get that. Our
Yo.
sponsorship with As Good as Gold. If anybody want to know what As Good as Gold is, it is a Netflix type of
Clean.
type of jury where you send in a monthly subscription, and when you send back a piece, they'll put another piece.
Yep.
Wait. So I could get custom pieces made?
Yep.
Yep.
Oh,
Clean
I'm on
too.
there like swimwear.
That's right.
Exactly.
I'm getting the chain. It's gotta get length. More length. More
Real
chain
quick, have
length.
y'all seen that Beerus chain?
That you seen it with all them diamonds, boy?
Yeah.
Y'all seen that Beerus chain? Now I was like, damn, I can't afford that.
I wonder if that's good as gold can make them happen.
I'll just go to the pawn shops in Miami. And just
I just need some rose gold. I'll
Make
be
sure
good.
Right.
y'all say your social media handles.
Yeah.
9 Kaneki 9.
That's
Follow me on Instagram and Twitter.
All right. You got me on. I'm gonna do my photography page. Lisa took my photos on Instagram, And my Snapchat, Lisania_M. All the shenanigans happening there. I'm really weird on there. Don't think wrong. It's not a freaking. It's not one of those.
It's an
judge.
inappropriate page.
Don't judge. It's not like that.
And it's I'm Gabe Stomach on Instagram and Facebook. Let me see.
Y'all make sure y'all check out the EX3 Network. We're housing TV Nerds, the EX3 podcast, the Goddess podcast, and plenty more. So y'all
The
make
Spiritual
sure.
Awakening podcast.
Spiritual Awakening
Yes.
podcast. Yeah,
Open
we're
your
I'm
trying,
third
gonna
eye
be there
and
too,
shit.
guys. I'll be there on the Go tests.
we're trying to expand this bad boy.
Yes.
You gonna give your handles, or you just gonna let it?
The EX3 Network at
Oh,
the EX3
I didn't
Network.
see- I didn't hear that part. My bad.
My bad, my
I didn't hear
bad,
that.
son.
You guys say the whole thing, bro. It's like
bad, bro.
American Online. You guys, it's at EX3.
Okay.
I keep coming back to you.